I'm Glenn Kolar. I own PoorBoy Hoggers. We are a full-service outfitter and a guide service. We hunt Mexico, Texas, Kentucky, Oklahoma. We do hog hunts. We do whitetail. We do turkey. The only thing I don't do really is birds, other than turkey. If you want to kill it, I got it.
Yeah, Matt, TX Predator Eliminator, and I day hunt, night hunt, cow, bobcat, fox, hogs, exterminating, eliminating for landowners where they're having a nuisance.
What these guys are they're professionals. They're not your normal everyday weekend warrior. Here's a small analogy for you. If you think of the National Guard, or they go out and they train for a couple weeks a year. You know what I'm saying?
Who thinks of those guys?
Who does? They go out, train for a couple weeks a year. They'll go out on the weekend here and there. And that's how a lot of us outdoorsmen are. We get out when we can. These gentlemen are like the special forces of freaking night hunting, right? They got all the top-tier gear. They got all the know-how. And that's what we're going to talk about today is their know-how and equipment that's needed and what it may take to get you out there to do those things whenever it's summer and you don't have nothing else to do in the outdoors. So let's get that ball rolling.
You're watching the Cast&Blast podcast. Real fishing, real hunting, real talk. Today's episode is brought to you by
J2 Deer and Hog Attractant and Feral Texas Outdoors.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Cast&Blast podcast. We're going to continue on with our Cast&Blast summer series that we talked about. So check this out. We got two very special guests with us today. And what they're here to talk about, you can kind of see on the table. Turkey season's over. Deer season's over. What are we doing now? The camo's back in the totes. Everything's put up. Deer stands are hanging in the garage. What are we going to do this summer? It's boring, right? Nothing to do. That's what these two gentlemen are here to talk to us about. And if you see this equipment sitting on the table, we're going to be talking about a little bit of hog hunting, predator hunting, and maybe some exotics if we can get that in here. So who we have here, we got on my left side is Mr. Glenn Kolar. He's with PoorBoy Hoggers. And then we got Matt Womble with Texas Predator Exterminator. Eliminator.
Somewhat of a exterminator.
I mix that up all the time. That's my bad. So
I've been told it's hard to say. You're fine.
It is, and I get tongue twisted real easy. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to give y'all a quick chance to kind of introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and about your establishments and what you do with them. So go ahead, Glenn.
I'm Glenn Kolar. I own PoorBoy Hoggers. We are a full-service outfitter and a guide service. We hunt Mexico, Texas, Kentucky, Oklahoma. We do hog hunts. We do whitetail. We do turkey. The only thing I don't do really is birds, other than turkey. If you want to kill it, I got it.
Hell yeah. Matt?
Yeah, Matt, TX Predator Eliminator, and I day hunt, night hunt, cow, bobcat, fox, hogs, exterminating, eliminating for landowners where they're having a nuisance, having a problem, even whitetail if there's an abundance, and I have tags or MLDP where they need them taken. I go out there as well and take care of them.
So what these guys are they're professionals. They're not your normal everyday weekend warriors. Here's a small analogy for you. If you think of the National Guard, they go out and they train for a couple weeks a year. You know what I'm saying?
Who thinks of those guys?
Who does? They go out, train for a couple weeks a year. They'll go out on the weekend here and there. And that's how a lot of us outdoorsmen are. We get out when we can. These gentlemen are like the special forces of freaking night hunting, right? They got all the top-tier gear. They got all the know-how. And that's what we're going to talk about today is their know-how and equipment that's needed and what it may take to get you out there to do those things whenever it's summer and you don't have nothing else to do in the outdoors. So let's get that ball rolling. safety is usually one of the biggest things that ever comes to mind in hunting, especially in night hunting. And you've seen, y'all guide these night hunts often, and you have clients out there with you. And if you're at night, blacked out conditions, and maybe you got thermals, and then you set up on a sounder of hogs, and you may have, I don't know, say you got clients with 30-round magazines in there. We wouldn't give clients 30-round magazines on some hogs.
No.
We didn't do that, so I don't know what you guys do, but there's safety aspects to it, and I'll let y'all speak on that.
One of the biggest things is whenever I first started, I would go out and shoot with them. And seen some stuff on Facebook, heard from some other outfitters, people getting hurt. I currently, about 7 rounds is what I give people. And I don't shoot. I stand behind everybody. I tap everybody on the shoulder, make sure, hey, you good, you good, you good. All right, cool, 3, 2, 1, shoot. Pigs start running, they start swinging. I'll be like, hey, stop shooting, stop shooting, stop shooting. Go through all of it beforehand. That's one of the biggest things, because especially if you're not doing this every night, you don't know how your buddy's going to move. Me and Matt hunt a lot together. We talk to each other, and hey, stepping around you, hey, going left, and so with that, I have to stop these guys because they're going to turn and shoot each other if you're not careful. There's a lot of, you don't do it every night.
Yeah, there's a lot of, we seen it too, and that's when we decided, we're like, all right, we're going to give everybody between 3 and 7 rounds. Everybody stays back. You're on one line. And, you just kind of explain the sectors of fire, and that we kind of do the same thing. I mean, last thing in the world you want as a guide is to have a client get shot, hurt, or shoot another person.
Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's so when you guys go out, we're talking night hunting. Walk us through one of your nights of what that looks like.
I guess it kind of depends on what we're after. If we're
I guess that's kind of what I'm
coyotes or-
alluding to. Or when you go out, are you species specific, or are you going to set up based off of the land? I know you're going to go out with something in mind, but that's in hunting, that often changes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes you got to change the game in the middle of the game.
Yeah, if hogs are hitting fields, I mean, we're going after hogs. If they're not moving, we may switch it up and go after, do some calling for coyotes, or if we know there's maybe a good bobcat in the area, or if there's a tournament, or if it's a place where it's a nuisance. Obviously, if they're having a predator issue, then we're going after the predators.
Yeah.
So,
what's your favorite? What do you most like or most enjoy hunting?
I would say for hogs and varmints, I mean, coyotes. I love shooting pigs, but tricking a coyote or outsmarting a coyote or even a bobcat.
Cats.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Cats, bobcats are crazy, right? Yeah.
They're not as often as coyotes, and it's definitely a victory when you get one.
PoorBoy Hoggers. So you're a national outfitter and almost international.
Yep.
Mexico, right? So
Yes, sir.
plenty of different states plus other countries, man. That's no easy feat to get there, man. So
No.
that's a grind, and congratulations on hitting that. That's a damn milestone right there. That's crazy. You guys got back, what, 2 days ago from Montana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to drill that again. When I said that these guys ain't no weekend warriors, they just got back 2 days ago from Montana doing a black bear hunt, right?
Yeah.
Black bear
How many
hunt.
miles y'all put on in that hunt?
In the truck?
No, not in the truck.
3,000 something.
Yeah.
on the Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
So, I know.
A bunch, right?
Yeah. Well over 20 probably.
Ask my back.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
back. And
Yeah, and that's not easy ground to cover,
No.
and you're covering it with a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what was the plan if you got a bear way back?
Matt was going to go get the truck and figure out how to get it to us.
Go
We're
rent a
calling
side
it-
by side.
Yeah.
We're calling in the helicopters.
Exactly. That's exactly what we were looking for.
All right, man. I want something exciting, right? Something exciting. What draws you to night hunting? What makes you say, I don't want to be out in the sun. I know you're a ginger. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's
Got
no
no
lie.
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
vampires come out at night.
What makes it so intriguing to just be out there at night? Because it's a different world. Animals change. Animal behavior changes. Weather changes. Thermals, winds. You know, the day winds die down. Evening, they can be different. Thermals aren't climbing anymore most of the time. There's a lot of different variables out there. Can you kind of walk us through like your game planning and how you take those factors into consideration?
As far as like, I guess what is the excitement? You know, what I being outside but being out in the woods. Love being in the woods.
Yeah.
At dark, though.
Well, and at dark, you know.
Yeah.
There's a adrenaline rush of it. You know, you don't know what's going to get you, right?
Yeah.
But not knowing what you're going to see, when you're going to see it, getting on a sounder of hogs, and the excitement of that, of stalking into them, right? Watching the wind, see the direction it's going, seeing how close you can get to them. I like to try to get in.
Ooh, that's my favorite part.
Yeah,
Get in
How
close.
tight can I get?
How tight
Yes.
can I
How
get?
tight can
Yes.
I get?
Yes. And sometimes even pushing it. And sometimes you bump them because you
Yeah.
know, maybe an idiot and you got too close. But
It's always a challenge
Yeah.
every single
Yes.
time, though.
right, because I mean, anyone can sit back and try to throw 250-yard shots, 300, but getting those 80 and 60 on a sounder, a group of pigs that you've stalked into, and that's pretty exciting. Or even like the coyotes, the predators, setting up in a way that you guess or educated guess of where they're going to come from. So by the time they bust out of the woods, I mean, they're within 40 yards from you.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes with experience. I mean, you're out there doing it all the time. So if you know, there's a lot of technology out there nowadays. You're looking at maps. You're looking at you know, weather, winds, everything else, and you can make it, like you said, a good educated guess based off animal behavior and topography, just by looking at a map. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So yeah,
And
that's
sometimes they do something that you totally didn't see.
Yeah,
It's coming
100%.
in, unpredictable. You
But
know.
when we talk about technology is what is really driving night hunting nowadays, and the technology is just it's to me it seemed like it started off slow, but it's like really ramped up and took off now. And what I'm talking about is both the night vision and the thermal optics. Which, speaking of those, do y'all prefer thermal or night vision, and why over the other?
Thermal for me.
Thermal, 100%. You get into a field with some tall grass, you're going to see something walk through that tall grass with thermal. Night vision, that light hits the front of the grass, and
Just
everything
reflects
else
back.
is gone. Yeah.
Any obstruction like that.
Yeah.
Wash out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, if you have a clear-cut field, the perfect situation, and you're running night vision, because I did for years, I still have night vision scope, but that is awesome to see them in that, you know, see more of the detail, but more often than not, you're going to be frustrated, right?
Oh, 100%.
Man, there's been many frustrating nights out there.
Yeah.
Matt, I think you was at a varmint tournament that we were at that with Farrell, Texas. We didn't even weigh in a coon. We didn't even bring in, and it was a bad night. We'll cover that some other time. Yeah,
Sore subject.
Sore subject. Yeah. All right. So back to the technology. I mean, you got a specimen right here in front of us. So what do we have as the platform?
This is a CMMG. This is a 6-arc. Suppressor is a Magco Arms suppressor. It's a 30 cal. And then this is a thermal. It's a Pulsar. What I'm running right now.
Yeah.
And so it's a 640 resolution. Good scope. And yeah, that's...
So I see you got a hell of a suppressor on there. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a guess why you may have a suppressor on there, and I mean,
Let me show you.
well,
No,
yeah. Let's hear it. No, what I'm thinking is, I mean, you have other talents that you need to save your hearing for, so you need to say.
Maybe there's a secret talent that he's trying to protect
Yeah.
with his there's a rumor that you have a secret talent that may need and require your ears. What would that be?
I'm a drummer. Yeah. So,
But he's got two arms, not one.
I do play the drums and used to tour and play around with different country bands. But yeah, I had a bad ear infection in my early 20s and had a hole in my eardrum for a couple months. And they told me, hey, you'll never play the drums again, or you shouldn't, right? And of course I said, yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, that definitely helps for shooting. But also with the predators and hogs, you can get on a group of pigs, shoot them, and they generally don't know which direction it came from.
That's what I was going to allude to.
Okay,
is like, the real reason is so you shoot them for sound. I mean, you have the suppressor, so when you shoot, obviously suppresses sound. Pigs, predators, whatever you're shooting at may not have, if there's other, directional orientation of where that shot came from.
Let me break down how it goes when I hunt without a suppressor. And then I'll let you talk about how your experience is with a suppressor. So here's how my night hunts go. I get in, I see a sounder, about 40 pigs in front of me. I got enough ammunition on me that I can shoot every pig in that sounder. One shot goes off, them pigs are absolutely gone. What is it like when you guys are shooting with a suppressor? What's the difference?
Mate, you get up there and, you get 60, 80 yards from them, send a pop. As long as you ain't trying to double tap it, you usually get another shot or two, because they'll run 30 yards, stop, look around, hey, who's shooting at us? What was that noise, And so long as that one you shot first doesn't go to squilling all crazy, they just run across the field a little ways, get another shot on them.
Not to mention the shot confirmation. When you have a suppressor, man, it's just
water balloon pop.
I think one of the pinned videos on my TX Predator Eliminator page is it's a sounder that I get on, and I just take my time picking one off at a time. And I don't know, it was like 7 of them. I dwindled it down.
That's cool.
Because you shoot and they run and stop, get another shot, shoot, they drop. And so I think that those pigs had maybe never been shot at either. But
for anybody wanting to see some of that content on your channels, where could they see that at?
So mine is TX Predator Eliminator.
Eliminator
on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, PoorBoy Hoggers, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, there. If you haven't been there yet, go check it out. There's some absolute killer footage on there, nighttime footage and daytime footage. Yeah. But which you are both daytime hunters as well, not nighttime exclusive, anything like that.
I mean, if we could kill whitetail at night, I would be.
Now, come on.
Man.
Say it louder for they can hear you in the back.
Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the restraint it takes sometimes. Like, you just see it. You see, we've been out, you see a buck that you've been chasing for 2 or 3 years, and there he is standing in front of you with a thermal. But it's, 12:30 at night. Mm-hmm. You're looking around. You're like, man, I'm on a 13,000 acre ranch. Ain't nobody going to hear this suppressor.
Yeah.
It takes some
restraint.
That's it.
That's why you always hunt with a buddy, so you can go, hey, should I shoot him? And he goes, no, don't shoot. All right, cool.
That's why you got to hunt with the right buddy. Don't hunt with Joe.
Yeah. No. Joe's
don't hunt
be
with
like,
Coach
take
Joe.
both of them.
I got one of those that I'm always talking out of it.
Yeah.
Who? It's one of my buddies. I'm like, no.
He said, one of my buddies.
I go back to wherever I came from. You could do it while I'm gone, but no.
Yeah, it's not worth it in the long run. Definitely not worth it. But, man, you're right. It does take that restraint. It freaking takes it. What do you love about night hunting, Glenn?
Man, seeing how close you get to the animals is one of my biggest things. It's tough to call coyotes in the day. I have hell calling dogs in the daylight. And I'll call them in like this at night. But you get out there in the daylight. I've called 2 dogs in since I was a kid in the daylight. Wow. I don't know what the difference is, but I just have hell with it. So that's watching I like to watch the animals, because if you see some dogs over 2 fields over and you're waiting for them to come to your call and they're, picking back and forth across everything, you see what they're doing. You get to pay attention to how they're coming across there, nose down, nose in the air, which way is the wind swirling, and it helps you learn every time you go out.
So when you watch those videos, y'all make it look so easy, though. And like you were just talking about, there's so many variables going on at one time. It may take you hours to get that 1 15-second shot. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you that haven't done it, I guess what I'm saying is it's not as easy as what it looks like on the videos. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's not as easy to get out there and access the land, but if you don't have access, you got to contact PoorBoy Hoggers and see if you can get out with them because they can put you on a hunt. I've been out with them. I've had a blast. I know they'll take care of you. But you guys talked about one thing that I want to dive into. You mentioned calls. I want to know what you use to call, why it's important to use that, and also, like, talk a little bit about, like, educating animals when you're using these calls and how that changes the game as you start, progressing through your hunting.
So, we're just right south of Fort Worth, Joshua, Cleveland. We have about 200,000 acres that we do predator management and hog management on. I've been calling this stuff off and on since 2010 probably. Using the same call, I was using a Fox Pro Hammerjack. We was having heck getting dogs. Me and Matt start hunting together. He's like, well, I'll call. He bust out a different call using the exact same sounds. The pitch is different. Here comes dogs. And so it's pretty cool because every call you get, Ecotech, Lucky Duck, Fox Pro, we both run Fox Pros. The sound, it could be the exact same sound, and you throw a different tone, a different pitch, make it come from the opposite direction instead of facing your speaker at the woods. Yeah. And so it makes a big difference, everything.
Do y'all mix it up with mouth calls and
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not e-call exclusive?
No.
Not exclusive. No, we carry mouth calls with us, and so when it's a backup, but then sometimes we change it up.
Well, that's what we mentioned you guys being, the special forces of night hunting. I wouldn't expect anything less than a few mouth calls in the pocket just in case. Definitely. Batteries run out, electronic equipment fails. You ain't going to let the hunt in.
Oh, no.
No, we're going to improvise. We're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Rub T-posts together, whatever we need.
But that's the truth about it. You guys have to be set and ready. You got people paying you money. So not only do people pay you money to take them out, but you have people, landowners will pay you money to
eliminate
predators. So there are many men sitting out there right now that would give their left nut to do that. So I think you're pretty blessed, gentlemen, to be able to do that. Every night could be a fun night. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
like,
without a doubt.
You just, and you never know what you're going to run into out there, like you guys said. You don't know what you're going to get into.
So we talked a little bit about what rig you got in front of you. We went suppressor, ammunition, caliber. Well, we didn't talk ammunition, but we talked the caliber of the rifle and your sight system. We also got a call on the table here. Can you kind of tell us what was it that drew you to that call and what that one why it stands aside from others?
Fox Pro X360. Everything I've always used had a single speaker, maybe a double speaker, just out the sides. Nothing you could turn around. That X360, the sound quality is phenomenal, first off. Second off is you set it out in front of you, you turn on the, what is it? Not Fox Bang.
Foxcast.
Foxcast. It'll sound like it's tweeting over here and then tweeting over here and then tweeting out top, and it moves in a circle, moves around. So it sounds like it's moving.
You got Chupacabra on there?
Absolutely.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Right on.
2 of them?
Yeah. Gay Mormon. It's a gay Mormon call.
Does it call them in or
it's
call
right
them away?
under the Bigfoot call.
Yeah.
So, we've been out and we've had our stuff, but we've noticed that it just wasn't traveling or it wasn't getting out. I didn't feel the rumble on the ground. There's all these different things that you need to do. Well, we had thought about trying to use an external speaker and go Bluetooth off of that and try to maybe, one day Turtle Box would be watching our podcast. They want to sponsor us or whatever. But none of that happened. So I see your rig here is the perfect setup because you don't need that external speaker. It's all inclusive. It does the technology built inside of it has the sound traveling in different ways and kind of opens up instead of being directional. It's kind of omnidirectional and gives you a better chance to bring that animal in, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And this has Bluetooth as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes I use smaller call for if it's a tight area, it's not a large field, or if I'm walking in and I don't want to carry that all 13 pounds.
So needless to say, it's not a cheap hobby to get into, but it doesn't have to be as expensive as what's on this table right now.
Oh no,
What would you say you could get into night hunting for? Just roundabout
$1,000.
$1,000.
What?
And get you one of them super cheap, whatever they are, thermals.
Pulsars?
Well,
No,
Don't start there.
I wouldn't. Yeah, definitely don't start there. Don't buy one. Period. I mean, I don't even know what those cheap ones are. I mean, they got some for like $600.
So let's get into
I'm
this.
not talking about it, but yeah, it's all right. You got one?
I want to go back to the call here in a minute because I'm fascinated with something. I'm going to ask you guys a question that I bet a bunch of people want to know the answer to. But before we do that, Jimmy and I kind of have polar opposites on the kind of thermals we like. Mm-hmm. I'm an AGM guy. He's more Pulsar. Are you guys on that, or do you just try out all different things?
It sounds like Glenn doesn't like Pulsar.
See, and it's
He doesn't
weird.
like the way it looks.
No, I'm not a fan.
There's some things, some features in the AGM that I prefer. There's some features in the Pulsar that Jimmy prefers, you know, and sometimes you can get both of those features in both of those, and depending on the model you have and whatnot. And it's just, I guess it all boils down to comfort, right? What you get used to.
Yeah. User friendly. I'm an AGM fan.
Hold on now. Now I'm going to have to say timeout. User friendly. There ain't nothing user-friendly about thermals, man. And we haven't even gotten into that topic.
Some are worse than others.
Yeah.
A lot worse.
This was a little bit more complicated.
Okay, so for the brand new thermal user, right? I'm barely getting in the game. I don't have the top tier. I'm just trying to figure this out. What is the best advice you can give to them so that they don't overcomplicate things? And boy, so that they're not calling their buddy and saying, man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but you need to come down here and cite this thing in for me.
Videos. Watch videos.
YouTube University, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run into Feral Texas Outdoors. Look through everything. See what you like.
Yeah.
And then videos.
Full disclosure, got my hands on my first thermal. Shout out to Feral Texas Outdoors. If it wasn't for their YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing the complete opposite to sight that thing in because I'm used to sighting in rifles and sights and scopes and stuff, and it's almost the opposite.
Yeah.
So if I had to give anybody advice, I'd be like, before you go do anything at the range or out at the back 40, make sure you go watch a couple good YouTube videos and the perfect videos. And I'll tell you, there's probably not about anybody that breaks it down better than Jason and the guys over at Feral Texas Outdoors. They do some phenomenal videos.
You can go to their YouTube channel and just type in whatever model you have.
That's exactly what I did.
There will be a tutorial on it. Yeah.
Sure. And for you guys, going back to what you prefer, right? What is it that one for you, Matt, weighs over the other, and vice versa? I'll ask you guys. To
like as far as brands or
just I mean, I can kind of tell without diving in here that
Matt's bougie.
Well, one, I know Matt. We've talked about this, and Matt will get his hands on everything, and he will try everything.
Yes.
And I'm talking guns here. He'll get his hands on anything, and he will try anything, right? And he's not really brand specific. Just talking to you before.
Yeah.
But if I'm just observing from the outside in, I've seen you use one over a lot of other brands, and it seems as though it is Pulsar. Am I not accurate here?
No, because I've only been testing some of the Pulsar stuff in the past few months, I guess. But I mean, I love knock picks.
Image quality is phenomenal.
This is my personal scanner, which is a knock picks.
That thing looks badass.
Thermal.
You can count the freaking hairs on the ass of freaking
can.
down.
This is the 1280.
1280?
Yeah, phenomenal.
And so, knock
Does it
picks.
see turkeys in the roost?
You didn't find a bear?
Asking for a friend.
We did not take it with us.
Yeah.
I still have the iRay TX60 bolt. That's my dedicated that I have at the house. It's still an awesome thermal scope. But I like AGM. I like AGM as well. AGM was my first personal thermal.
It seems
scope
like is that the most popular? Is that seem to be?
I don't think so, man.
I think
probably because the budget.
That's what
you can get into a base model like 19 256 for, I think $900, and great for 200, 300 yards.
Yeah.
Somebody who's just now getting into it.
If they continue and they hunt more, hunt a lot,
They're definitely going to buy a better one.
They're going to upgrade.
Well, that's what I was about
But
to ask.
it's a starting point.
What are you getting out of, so say you got your base model $900 to $1,000 thermal, and then you got a good, I don't know, $5,000, $6,000 unit. Yeah. What are the differences going to be between the two that your normal everyday user is going to notice? Is it quality?
How far
quality?
you can see most of the time.
And
that's
identify.
the first thing. Identifying what you're looking at and how far you can see.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, anybody can identify a hot spot, right?
Yeah.
You just see
But
a
it's
blob.
what is that hot
What is
spot?
it? It's more than just a blob, you know?
You start out on them low quality, cheaper thermals, like I said, 200 yards, maybe 300 on a good clear night, and you could go, that's probably a deer, You get them in 100 yards, you're like, yeah, it's definitely a deer. You get what dog picks you run?
This is the Vista.
No, your gun on your other gun.
Oh, that's the TX60.
Yeah, that thing's phenomenal. And so I mean, like 500 yards, you're like, oh, okay, that's the neighbor's dog. You can see his collar.
Do they work a little better in humidity and wet damp air?
Yeah,
They do as well.
So those cheaper units aren't going to work well. One, your picture quality is not going to be as high resolution. Two, you're not going to see as far. Mm-hmm. Three, you're not going to do very well in high humidity.
Then add in the laser rangefinder and all that stuff. So you got a lot of features in there you can tack on for the right price.
Oh yeah.
But from what I'm watching and just following you guys on your social media and stuff, like your video quality is amazing, right? And then to know that that's not coming from a special camera or a post edit, clarification.
It's not AI. It's not Hollywood.
No, this is
that's Glenn and Matt out there doing Glenn and Matt things.
Just video from their thermals.
Oh yeah.
And seeing you stay on target after taking a shot and all that stuff. That to me, when you talk about the price and what you get in a thermal scope, when you start getting in those top tier, is being able to hold on target, take another shot. Being able to see and acquire and focus right after pulling the trigger.
Knowing that animal, like you said, with the picture quality, that's
it.
It's huge.
I mean, to me, there's a value, especially in your business.
Oh, 100%.
There's a value behind that, and say, but I'll ask you this: would you say that for the guy? I mean, everybody has a budget, right? Mm-hmm. So for someone that's getting into it, would you recommend one that they just buy the first one they can afford and go into it, or just hold off a little? It's all about what you intend to do with it, right? How far are you going to be looking out? How far are you planning on taking shots? How close do you need them in? How far do you need to be identifying? But I almost feel like it's wait a little longer and get that more.
So you buy that first one to get in it.
Yeah.
And then you get another one. Now you got a buddy thermal. So you throw another rig so your boy can come with you.
There you go.
Or your son,
who likes to hunt alone?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, nobody. Not at night.
Somebody's got to be there to talk you out of shooting that buck.
Not at night.
Somebody got to be there to talk you out of doing the dumb stuff.
But I definitely think, like, to your question, I mean, I started with a red light or a green light, right? So, and then after a while, I saved up and got a night vision sight mark. No audio, but it recorded. You couldn't do it to your phone. You had to take it out and put it in the computer, And so I started with that, and so I think it's just all on how much money someone has and what they want to spend and where they're at with it. If they're only going to go out a couple times a year and they don't want to spend very much, then
buy a cheap one.
And get into it. Or don't and leave the fields for us. That's cool too.
Even better for us. Even better.
100%.
You kind of hit the nail on the head earlier, though, when I asked, like, what really gets you into it? And you're like, I love being in the woods. And at night, there's the fear of the unknown out there at night, right?
Yeah.
So I love it, too. I love hunting at night. I like to just be lights off, completely blacked out, darked out. Somebody else sitting over there don't like that so much. But it's there's a thrill about it. Like, there's
it's called El Cucuy.
Yeah.
And I don't want nothing to do with him.
He's not lying either. He's not lying.
Yeah.
So, Ben, you mentioned a second ago, there's something out there a lot of people are wanting to know. What is that?
So, I'm asking for a friend. Is there any insider scoop from a couple experts, some guys that, I like to call the elite when it comes to outdoorsmen getting out there hunting when it gets dark? I've been out there and I've gotten so frustrated with some of the calls that I have loaded on my programs. What resources would you guys give up and are willing to give up to someone who is looking for different programs, different calls to program on their calls to kind of, because what comes with it, and usually it's limited, and you're just like, this ain't it. I need something better. Where does one go? Where do you guys go? And if it's insider scoop, I get it. Just let us know if it's like, yeah, man, that's top secret, that's classified, we're the elite, and you can't get that.
Shoot, everybody can get it. I'm a Tony Tebby fan. Matt turned me on to some MFK sounds that are solid. Shoot,
Tony Satries and MGK. Got it.
Yeah. So Tony Tebby, Predator University, he makes great sounds, great calls.
Downloadable, you can purchase them or something like get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
put them on your phone,
even
put them
does
over Bluetooth if
Yeah.
you don't have a call.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can even buy a call from him and have him load it and ship it to you.
That's
But it's gonna be more pricey. But
this is that insider stuff that I was looking for, because if you're willing to pay for it and you're willing to, obviously you're looking for it for a reason. You need it.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
Then-
what I do or what we do is go on there if we want something different, something we're looking for. It's breeding season or whatever it may be. Go look on there and listen through the sounds. Find one you like, buy it, download it, you load it onto your call. And so that's the same thing for MFK, Made for Killing. Tory Cook makes some great calls. And
Have y'all noticed that? Y'all hunt all over the nation, mostly here in Texas, but all over. But have you noticed different calls work better in different parts of the country, different states? I ask this because I have a buddy that's a huge predator hunter, and he has mentioned that, man, this call works great here, but if I go to Kansas, like, it just doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't work. And he's like, I don't know why.
Jackrabbit will work great. Texas. You go to some other places up north that they don't have them.
No jackrabbits.
Yeah. They're like, what is that?
And sometimes I think too, just you can even throw out a sound like that they don't ever hear.
Curiosity killed the cat, right?
Yeah. But I can go to Arkansas and use something that doesn't really work for me here, and it work, or Oklahoma.
So he's not crazy. He's
there's some, but also it could be, hey, he was here calling in January or February, and then he didn't go out there until November. Well, the coyotes are doing something different.
Spring calls versus winter
Absolutely,
calls.
yeah.
Got you. So we have this deal, man. Me and Ben, we've done it before, where we tell stories about an instance when we were hunting and fishing out either in the woods or on the water, where we almost died, but we made it out miraculously somehow. Have y'all ever almost died out fishing or hunting? It's a little segment we call
But Did You Die?
But did you die? The one thing I guess that pops in my head was I wasn't hunting or fishing, but I was out doing some management on one of my spots where I would deer hunt.
Okay, so
Yeah, so I was out in Brady, Texas, middle of nowhere, by myself out there doing some management on the property, and I decided I was going to put up a tree stand. And so I went out there and I was cutting down some limbs, and so I had a big pole saw. I'm cutting down these limbs. I'm cutting down. It's out here in front of me. Well, it's about that big around, and it's 15, 20 feet long. Well, it gives before I expect it to, and it comes right towards me, and crashes down on my head. And it happened so fast, and I feel it, and I'm out. And I wake up. I don't know how much longer. I wake up and
Which one of you hit me?
how long I've been out there, but knocked me out.
dude got knocked out by Groot.
Yeah. Had its revenge after I cut it. It knocked me out, and I woke up, and I was dazed. I was scared. That was probably one of the bigger times where I I was afraid because of how I felt. And I told Siri to call my wife. My phone's going to start calling my wife.
Yeah.
She just answered, and I sat there, and she immediately said, "What's wrong?" I'm
This is
heading
Siri?
out that way.
No,
yeah.
Siri's like, what's wrong, Matt?
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you need help?
Like Lassie, I'm going to get help.
Yeah.
But I had blood all over my face and a big gash on my head, and so anyways, I survived. I was fine, and I still have a scar up there. But that was one where family or you shouldn't be out there doing that by yourself. It's dead summer, so it's 100 degrees out there, and of course that's when you wait to do the work, right? Is when it's scorching.
Of course.
That's the only time
When the work
to do
piles
it.
up, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I'll go do it again because I didn't die, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you
But did you
die?
die?
No,
I didn't die.
lessons were learned, but I didn't die.
That's right.
But you know that's so relatable, because how many of us guys and gals that are getting out there and working on the ranch, doing whatever they're doing, you go out there and you don't think ahead of time, like if an accident were to happen, who's going to bail me out?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lesson learned, or a lesson to be learned is, it just, man, we do it all the time. Hey, I'm going to head out here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be here. If you
Share
don't
locations.
if you don't hear if you don't hear
Yeah.
from me in a few hours, this is why. But man, that's a scary situation, and I'm glad you made it.
Thanks.
But
yeah, that scared me.
a few scars later, and
it
a
does.
story to tell.
Yeah.
What about you, Glenn?
Man, I think my worst one was probably 25 years ago. I was staying in Beaumont.
25 years. Damn, you old.
Yeah.
He's younger
Damn, you
than
got
all
my
of
dress.
us.
I know he's younger than us. I know.
It's all right,
So
Pops.
you were 5 years old.
So staying in Beaumont, and a buddy of mine's like, "Hey, you want to go catch redfish?" I was like, "Yeah, I ain't never caught one." So we go down Crystal Beach. We're fishing off the bank, but fishing off the beach, killing the reds. And my buddy's like, "We're gonna camp tonight." All right, cool. So next day rolls up. We're catching fish in the morning. It gets hot. Lunchtime gets glass flat, and I'm like, "Bro, we can get out to the third cut, cast into the fourth. Let's go." And he was like, "Nah, storm's coming. I'm out." And I was like, "I got 3 more days off. I'm catching fish." He was like, "All right, cool. Holler at me when you get home." So I go across the road into some tide pools. I'm catching some big old breeder mullet, and I'm cutting them. That's what we've been catching these reds on. Well, whenever I come back over the hill onto the beach, there's 5-6 foot swells. I get out to the second sandbar.
There's 5-6 foot swells, and you just said, I get out to the second sandbar. So you didn't say, oh, wait, let me not go in there.
Nah, man, because we was catching them. They had to be there still.
You're right.
You know?
Okay.
So I damn near drowned going to the second sandbar.
No way.
And so the third cut is like only chest deep getting across there. Well, in the cut, in between the second and third, I didn't realize, when those waves come, it's like 20 foot deep.
Yeah.
And so I'm jumping these swells. Don't make it to the third. I come back to the second, and I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm coughing up water. I mean, I thought I was drowning for a minute, and I'm looking around. There's nobody on the beach. And so I got this 12-foot surf pole.
That means it's good fishing.
Oh, yeah. So I got this 12-foot surf pole with half a mullet on it. I'm catching,
Half drowned.
Yeah, half drowned. I'm catching my breath. I'm jumping these waves on this second sandbar. And, I mean, it's only belly button deep when I'm standing there. So about to cast, and I come back. And whenever I come back, zzz, my line takes off. So I turn around and set up. It takes me like 20 minutes to get back to the beach. And I'm not 200 yards off the sand because the waves were so high.
Yeah.
Every time I'd get in the middle of that sandbar, I would just go down and come back to the bar I was on. So finally get back. I hook up on a big shark. Took me probably an hour to cough all this water out of my lungs. Old man comes driving down the beach. He's like, I'll help you. I was like, all right, it's a redfish. He starts reeling in. He's like, it's a shark. I finally get all this stuff out of my lungs. And he gives me the pole. I finished reeling this fish in, probably the last 20 yards. Big old 6-foot hammerhead.
My man out drowning in the ocean. So I just got to say this. Like Ben he's always trying to get me to go wade fishing out there. Let's go down to the surf. Let's go. No,
They're sharks.
I'm not because of that.
Yeah.
So you're not. It wasn't the drowning that almost killed you. It was the fucking shark, dude. Like you almost double died.
Yeah, twice.
He died twice.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Nah, yeah, that's surf fishing. Just not my forte. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, but did you die?
No.
And that's why you keep going.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? You didn't get out to the third sandbar, but that second sandbar, once you were out there, you were casting to the third sandbar, so you're still fishing it.
Oh yeah.
Sharks.
Yes.
Big sharks.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm out.
Megalodon.
let me ask you this: when that shark was taking your drag, which direction was it pulling it? Behind you or ahead of you?
No, down the beach.
Yep.
Yeah, down the beach.
That's what.
So every time I tried to go back, it was,
Yep.
with it.
Yep.
So
That's what I was gonna say. Is that's how you know it's a shark?
yeah.
I would love to catch a shark with my feet on the sand, on the beach. Well, I say on the sand, on the dry sand.
Yeah. I got up there. Barely.
Well, guys, I mean, shoot, I've learned a lot just sitting here with you guys, and I knew we would. I'd like to have you guys back, and we can talk a little bit more in depth about different. I want to break down a couple different more calibers, because you guys, I know you try specific species, like we talk about varmints and we generalize it, right? When we talk varmints and predators and all that stuff, we're talking cats, fox, mountain lions, the
Coons,
elusive
possums,
coons,
armadillos,
squirrels, you know what I mean?
jackrabbits.
Exactly. There's
Red-tailed hawks.
no. Don't shoot those. But there's so many different things that you can kind of narrow down, and that kind of gets into what type of rifle you build, you know. And we've talked about, calibers, rifles, thermals, suppressors. That's the night hunter's essential right there. What we really would love to bring you back and talk about is the difference between shooting all those different species, because Matt, you said it. You go out and your game plan is, maybe I'm gonna shoot that bunch of pigs tonight. But what happens if the pigs ain't coming out? You ain't getting on them. The hunt's not over.
Oh no.
And you get out there and you find other things to go get on. And if you have the right rifle built, such as the 6-ARC, you might be able to have a longer night.
A good night.
Exactly. Yeah. So I know that there's a lot of layers to peel back when it comes to night hunting. We're babies in the game. We're going to be, tugging on your pant legs and keep asking questions. We'd love to bring you back out here. Before we let you guys go, let the folks know exactly what it is you do as a whole for your business and where they can find you if they're looking for your services.
So we're full service outfitter. If you want to kill it, I got it. I got XYs if you want to take people. We
You can take one of mine.
there we go. We'll trade out. Trade out. We got native species. We have exotics. We do predators, varmints. We trap a lot of pigs. We spend a month in Mexico darting deer, putting them in a pen to get bred, to get released back into low fence areas. So you can hit us Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My daughter's just started that for me. PoorBoy Hoggers and PoorBoyHoggers.com.
What if they see a truck rolling around? Can they roll up and talk to you?
Oh, heck yeah. Camo truck, wrapped out. Y'all definitely stop, chit-chat with us.
If you're in Texas, you'll probably see it driving down the road somewhere. This guy's always on the road. PoorBoy Hoggers, full wrap.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so mine is hunting people's land that need hogs eliminated, predators. You can go on txpredatoreliminator.com, find my contact, or Facebook. Same thing, TX Predator Eliminator. Instagram, message me. My phone number's on there. If you need my services, just give me a shout, and we'll set it up. If you just want to watch footage, see cool pictures, go to my page, Instagram, Facebook. That was part of why years ago I even started putting stuff up, was because I enjoyed watching other people's footage.
You're not going to find better footage than Matt's.
No.
So, and then I wanted to put mine up, and so I appreciate that. But that's what I do. Heck, if you have land you don't mind me hunting for permission, you don't want to pay me, let me know, and if I have time, I can work it in. It helps me get footage as well. I'll do it.
There's no obviously there's no shortage of landowners in Texas because it's all private land, but on that land there's no shortage of pigs. And there's often a lot of landowners complaining about pigs, but they sometimes don't want to let people come hunt them. And I'm like, don't
Right.
bitch about it if you don't want me to go kill them for you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's also trapping.
Yeah.
I think that's we do need to get y'all back for another episode so we can talk shooting and trapping. That's a whole episode in itself, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Catch 30 pigs in one trap. Or,
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for a landowner that's looking for the services, that's one way to get them eliminated, right? Is have somebody come out there and eliminate them by way of firearm. Mm-hmm. But if you want to trap them and then do something with those and maybe turn a profit on them or something like that, these guys can help you do that. They're so well connected in the outdoor world when it comes to the industry as a whole. I mean, if you have a question about, what thermal should I get, contact these guys. If you have a question that's like, hey, I'm new to the game, I want to learn how to build a rifle for my needs, contact these guys. If you have land and you need hogs eliminate from your property, if you just need a consultation and say, hey man, I want to do this operation on my property, these guys they're out there. When we talked about in the beginning that they're not weekend warriors and they're like the elite guys, it's because they're out there every night. And I don't mean just the weekends. They're out there. Anytime we talk to them, they're coming in from a hunt and they're on their way out to a hunt. And those are the kind of guys that I want to lean on and learn from. So,
And that gun barrel's about to be hot after this podcast.
Yeah,
that gun
that's
barrel's
right.
about to be hot.
That's right. So, man, we enjoyed having you guys out here with us, man. We're gonna try to get out with you guys, man. What's big on the agenda for PoorBoy and for Texas Predator Lender? What's going on? What's big? You guys just came back from Montana. That was a huge deal. I know you guys got some other things lined up. What's the next big hunt?
I'm just waiting on Matt's wife to say okay.
You haven't asked her yet?
No, I need to. But
Let me know before this airs.
Man, my biggest deal right now is going to be corn harvest.
Really?
Yeah, because as soon as corn harvest hits, we see pigs. I mean, that stuff's 5 foot tall right now.
Yeah.
I want to kill some pigs.
So that gets you excited. You roll down the road, you see that, and
yeah.
you're like, oh, it's time, baby.
Yeah.
See them bean fields and cornfields come down?
Yeah,
Game over.
bro. So, yeah.
I'm
that's-
like that for dove hunting. I know that's not y'all's kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but like I still get like, oh boy, this is going to be a good dove field,
Yeah.
But the pigs are out there slaughtering that field
yeah.
before the dove ever get to it.
Plus calling for coyotes and stuff on a fresh cut field. I mean,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Watch them come in for 3 days, it's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah.
Just prancing in, looking
Yeah.
around like, oh, you don't know what's coming, buddy.
But I tell you what, man, I need to go ahead and book me a hunt right now. And I already talked to Glenn last time when I went out with him. We're going to get the Cast and Blast crew out with you on a big hunt next season. I don't care if we're out there shooting the shit at deer camp. I know that when we go out there with you, man, it's a good time. And I just appreciate, you getting me out, having a good time. I appreciate everything you've done for us at the Cast and Blast, podcast, supporting us. We support you guys. Anything you guys have going on, if we can support you in any way, reach out. We're going to be there. Jimmy, you want to sign us out, man?
Yeah, hey, like Ben said, we just want to thank these two gentlemen. They had a drive to come down, so we want to say thanks to you guys for coming down. We appreciate it. We
Thanks
love
for
what you
having
guys
us.
do.
Definitely appreciate it.
Looking forward to whatever future endeavors we have together, or
Hell
just
yeah.
keeping up and watching the footage.
Let's
man.
go hunt.
Let's go hunt.
Let's go drop some pigs tonight.
I tell you what, by talking to Glenn, if you get me and Glenn out in the woods somewhere, there ain't going to be no going back to camp.
No.
So you better strap your boots on, grab some water, a snack, because shit's about to get real.
100.
But other than that, yeah, we just want to say thanks, man. Y'all have a safe trip back. Good luck with everything you got going on. This has been the Cast and Blast podcast, where it's real fishing, real hunting, real talk. We're out.